Hello. I am a little frustrated because I didn't have enough battery left on my phone, which is what I record with, to do all that I've been doing here at home after I got back from the store. So let me tell you what I did. Went and got it back out of the freezer. So I did one meatloaf, a 2-pound meatloaf. I did 6 3/4 pound bags. These are all uncooked. And then I did one bag that has 3 bags, smaller bags in it, and those are 1/2 pound each, because Scott likes to put those in his ramen noodles for a snack, for lunch, or just whatever. It's something kind of quick to do. And then I made 2 batches of beef stroganoff, and I made 2 batches of burritos, tacos, burritos, whatever. And I'm going to make up a bunch of those and put those in the freezer. So be right back. And I did want to say the reason why I did not quite a whole pound in the bags. When you go to make something, it'll say, 1 pound of meat, ground beef. When you're trying to save money and make things last as long as you can, you learn little tricks, and it's not a great big, secret or nothing. You just use less meat. So I do about 3/4 of a pound whenever it says for 1 pound. Right now I am putting some beef stroganoff and some green beans, and I'm going to freeze this, and this is going to be for it's already prepared lunch. I guess it could be for supper as well. So, and then I got went and bought 8 of these at the store a while ago because they didn't have any of these. That's at the store in Salisaw, and we'll be going there tomorrow. I just didn't, after all that time in the grocery store today, I just did not feel like going anywhere else with my allergies messing up and everything. I didn't feel like going anywhere else, so we came home. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, I wanted to show you what it looks like. I have to sit you in my cabinet so I can have you at eye level. So this is what it looks like. Beef stroganoff and the green beans. So, put you back in the cabinet. So he'll have those for a good quick little lunch when he needs it. I am having a terrible time getting these lids on. They just don't want to seal. See how it's up? It doesn't want to seal. Let's see if maybe switch lids and see if maybe that's the issue. I don't know why my voice wasn't matching up with what I was saying at the store. That was kind of frustrating. And the gum chewing, I'm sorry, just was kind of needing that to work at that moment, so it helped some. I don't know. This is not working. It's still. I think what I want to do is just stick them in freezer bags and hope for the best. Always have some masking tape handy when you're doing this, because you never know. Much like now. I'm going to tape these puppies shut. That would be a terrible mess in my freezer. beef stroganoff and green bean juice, I would not be happy. Okay, apparently that was the wrong lid, because this one fits, but it just doesn't seal. And it comes off really easy. So I'm just going to do that, stick them in a freezer bag, and get some better ones. That's what I get for being cheap. Sometimes being cheap doesn't pay. Sometimes you actually end up spending more money when you're trying to be cheap. That has happened on more than one occasion. Okay, so I'm going to take my handy dandy Sharpie, write the date, 11/2, write what it is, beef stroganoff with green beans. And I need 2 of those. So I'll do the same thing with the next bag. Beef stroganoff with green beans. Did you get to see Scott? He just walks right through my shot.
I didn't realize it was too late.
That's all right. As long as you're wearing clothes, that's all that matters, right?
I got some on.
We're thankful. I'd have to beat a bunch of women off otherwise. They'd be at our door just banging. I want to see that maid you got. What you getting? What else? 2 bags of chips. See, 2 bags of chips. You better slowly enjoy that for $9 a dang bag.
No, it's not $9 a bag. It's $9 for a bunch of bags.
Well, it was a bag. That came in a big bag. I didn't figure out how much they cost individually. I didn't want to throw up. Alright. Those are done. 2 ready to go into the freezer. Now I'm going to work on these after I dry them off, because there's water everywhere. Alright, be back in a sec. Now we are going to put some stroganoff into these and freeze these. We'll see how well the lid goes on here. What I usually do is make up a bunch of food the first night that we go to the store. Like this stroganoff here. Make up several things, freeze them, and then if we're busy doing, we're busy doing something and don't really want to stop to make a big meal or make anything really, just grab one of these out and good to go. These are way better. The brand is called Good Cook, so good to know. So my plans for tonight was to make 2 beef stroganoff, 2 I say 2 browned hamburger meat, and by that I just mean 2 pounds, but it's not really 2 pounds that I do. That was the 3 bags and the 1 big bag. It was a ½ a pound each. So I guess servings is a better word to use. There's 2. And then I had 2 hamburger steak, which I decided not to do tonight. And then 2 servings of taco. And I say taco, but I actually make burritos. I make up a bunch of little burritos, and he has those. Like when he's outside working in his shop and he comes in and he just wants a quick lunch, he just grab one of those, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, done and done. And then I also had down to make one meatloaf. So I got everything done that I wanted to get done as far as that goes. I still have to, depends on how I feel here in a little bit when I get done with all this, I still have to make the breakfast casserole, and I make burritos from it. I'll make a video on that of how I do the breakfast casserole and how I freeze it. There's two different ways, just little squares and then the burrito. So, let's see. The stroganoff is almost 2 pounds of hamburger meat and 1 whole stick of the cream cheese, a little bit of butter, because, you know, everything tastes better with butter, right? So that made, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 servings of that. And actually, I was pretty generous with these servings, so for me it's going to be way too much. That's how much I've got in there, I'll tell. And they're kind of small, you know. There's my pinky. The size reference. But then we've got, I'm making another video. Be a good boy. Go eat your ice cream. So it made 6 servings of the beef stroganoff. Now I'm going to shred up a bunch of cheddar cheese for the burritos. And there's Daniel, dirty face and all. We'll be back in a second. And I'm writing the date and what's in it right on the lid, because when it comes time to wash it, it'll wash right off. You ain't gotta really scrub or anything. Beef strog. So I'm going to finish that up and, like I said, do the cheese, and I'll be back in a second. Okay. I just opened up a brand new thing of plastic wrap. It had this little tab. You see it? That little tab right there. And then all it does is rip right there. So, if ever I can get this open and going, we will start making some burritos. And there we go. Some of it. The ingredients I put in my burritos are the taco meat, cheddar cheese, extra sharp, and refried beans. And I just wrap them up in, these are actually flour tortilla burrito size. It used to say, I thought, like the perimeter maybe. You know what I'm saying? How big it is? Maybe not. Anyway, there's 16 in this bag. And I don't know if I'll have enough to do all 16, or maybe I'll need more, which I have in the pantry. So, getting it. It's coming. Slowly but surely. But what I do is I wrap them really good. And then obviously freeze them. That's what this whole thing is. And then when he wants a burrito, he just takes it out, nukes it for 2 minutes. Actually, I do it. And then after that is when we put on the paste and the sour cream. So, that's still going. Okay. My phone's doing some weird stuff. Alright, so this is, after I get it I get about, that's actually too much, but the first one's always kind of weird. So this is all sticking together. Once you get going, the process is pretty quick. I think I'm going to move y'all out of the cabinet and down so you can see exactly what's going on if I don't drop you. Like I said, you were sitting inside my cabinet. So, let's see. You see that? You see what we're doing? So, you get your tortilla. You get a good slab of your beans. Maybe about that much. Try to keep it all like right in the center. Need another spoon. And then we're going to get a scoop of meat. Oops. We'll clean up later. Get a scoop or two of meat. A little bit of cheese. And then, let's see about how much that is. I drop the contents if I show you too much. And then you roll it. Fold in that in. Fold in that in. And you roll it. Ta-da! And you put that bad boy on the plastic. And wrap her tight. Fold in the ends. It really should be longer than that on the ends. I don't know how that's gonna pan out. We shall see. Alright. Then we just do that again. A little bit of bean. A little bit of meat. And a little bit of cheese. Now, the only thing he doesn't like about this is there's so much bread. If I don't fill it enough with the ingredients, it's just too much bread for him. You don't want to get full on bread. This is why you should take this out before you do that. So, if you're getting these, I suggest you get the wider box of it so you have plenty of room. See, this is just too much bread. Look at that. Look at that. There's no need in all that. Let's just tear that off. See, that's the beauty of being at home. You can do what you want. Put that there. And roll her up. See, that's how much, at least, that's how much you want sticking out. And wrap it really tight. There's 2 down. So, he likes me to get the big tortillas. So he didn't like all the bread. So I have to figure out a way in which to do what he wants with what is offered. So we're going to get another flour tortilla. And I use the back of the spoon to spread this with. It's just easier. Let me see if I can fill this one a little bit more full. to go kind of with the meat. That's a big one. Cheese. Okay, let's see if Mama can do this. Can you tell I used to work at Taco Bell? Long time ago. About 16. It wasn't my very first job, but it was, I think, my second. My very first job I ever had was Long John Silver's. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that, but it's a seafood place. Fast food seafood place. It was really good. Not so much now. Nothing's really good now, fast food wise. Usually before we go to the grocery store, we'll stop at the Burger King there in Gore. They have a Burger King in the Love's restaurant, in the Love's gas station, and we usually stop in there to get a little bite. It helps. You don't want to go to the store just famished. You end up getting a lot of junk food and stuff you really don't need. However, if you go too full, you won't get nothing. So, slippery slope, my friends. Slippery slope. Okay. Well, I've been making these ones full. He is not going to have room to complain about this. Unless, of course, they bust from being so full. Look at that fat sucker. That's a huge burrito. See if I can wrap him in his plastic. So, you guys let me know what you would like to see in future videos. I can't thank you enough for listening to Granny and coming over and giving me a try. It sure means a lot to me. I do appreciate it. When you're trying to grow a channel, it is hard getting people to watch your stuff because of the algorithms and whatnot. I mean, you don't get seen. And of course, the beginning of our channel was mostly like a, it was mostly just for like an audio, this one tear, like an audio keepsake, I guess, for Daniel. And I wasn't really concerned about making it all prim and proper or whatever. I mean, I'm really still not. Sorry, but I'm not. This is just kind of real life and who we are. And my husband has a way of saying things. He has said, how's he say it? We're an acquired taste. That's what he says. And that is absolutely true. We are an acquired taste. Kind of takes a while to get used to us, maybe. If you don't like us, hey, that's fine. Not everybody likes everybody else. Whatever. Roll on. Do your thing. But we have a lot of fun. We have since the day we met. And we have just had fun every day since. Not to say that we don't have our issues and haven't had our issues, because we have. But we work through them. We don't give up on each other. And we would never ever disrespect each other purposefully. We would never do anything that would cause harm or bring harm to the other. And I'll tell you what, that's something. Alright, so the next video I'm going to do is probably going to be like a, I don't know. I want to say Bible study, but not really Bible study. Just some things that I have on my mind and what I believe that God has showed me, and I would just like to share it with you guys. I'm not going to be preaching at you and shoving it down your throat type thing, nothing like that. But we are Christians, and we do want to share our faith. Move that up a little bit. It's an ugly, scary world out there these days, and there's just something about having hope, having that peace when you lay your head down on a pillow at night. Because when you don't have it, oh, it's scary, it's terrifying. I've been on both sides, and I'd much rather have that peace. Now, I've always said that my worst day with God is still better than my best day without Him. And that is the absolute God's honest truth. I have been happier these last few years than I have my whole life. And Scott didn't come to the Lord until about, I think it was about 2 years that we were together. I just kind of, the Bible says that your spouse the unbelieving spouse can be won by the wife. And so that's just kind of what happened, I guess. I just shared God's word with him when I could, when it came up. When something came up that I could. And I never did browbeating or, nothing like that. Just very calm and patient. And, really too much. Let's do that. Yeah. Then I'll make a smaller gummy. So, I tried to be patient, and he would ask me questions, and then I'd tell him, and he just, on Saturday, he was listening to, who was it? I think John MacArthur. He just was listening to him on YouTube, all on his own. I didn't, make him or nothing. And, it ripped. I always have one that rips. Ugh. Okay, so I have to get another one now. But he was just listening to him. Let me go nuke this. I will be right back. Sometimes I can get these made before they get hard again. But this one, it did not turn out that way. Ugh. So anyway, he just kind of got saved that day, and it was a tremendous blessing that he came to the Lord, so he can lead our family as priest, protector, and provider, and as God intended it for the husband to be the head of the house. Now don't freak out there. It's all right. It's God's plan for that to be the case. So I set that one there for a minute. It's not a bad thing. It's a very good thing. because as you're submitting, you know, the husband is supposed to love you as Christ loved the church. So if everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, it's a good thing. And it's a blessing. And you don't understand the freedom that comes with being submissive, because that frees you up to do what you're supposed to do, being a wife and a mother and taking care of the home and all these things. Come up with cool recipes to share with people on YouTube. It's really kind of cool. This is just driving me insane. I'm going to have to do something about it. It says to leave it like this in the roll, but I think I'm going to get it and flip it out because it's not working in there. So, I feel like I'm rambling. You know what's funny? I was thinking, and I can't do these videos. I don't have anything to say, and what am I going to do? Just talk the whole time and ramble? Well, here's the deal. I talk to myself anyway, so it's not like this is anything new out of the blue. Alright, now I'm going to make my little one out of the one that cracked. Because that is the end of it. These pans, oh my gosh, I love them. They are, it says club on the bottom. You can, I swear, you could probably let that stay for 2-3 weeks, maybe a month or two. And when you get ready to clean it, just soak it for about 10 minutes. Clean. I mean, you don't have to scrub. Nothing crazy. It's incredible. I had that size, and then one just a little bit smaller, and then I have a little bitty tiny one for what, I don't know. Now, let me see if I can wrap this. I need something. I'm going to save this, by golly. I am not going to let this go to waste. Maybe. I need a patch job. Oh, it's just right there in the middle, ain't it? Alright, let me get some cheese. Would you like to see somebody licking their fingers? That's good. I make a pretty mean taco, if I do say so myself. Alright.